Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world, ladies and gentlemen. This is Teacher Evelyn saying Buhay from Oxford, and our lesson is about the third conditional. Okay, so let's talk about impossible condition and impossible result. All right, when do we use our third conditional? Well, it is actually used as if you've missed an opportunity. So the form is very simple. You just need to use your if plus past perfect, comma, would have plus past participle or verb 3. Let's say, for example, if we had come home earlier, we would have seen the snow. If he had woken up early, he would have caught the bus. Which means to say, he did not wake up early, so he wasn't able to catch the bus. If I had seen Joe, I would have told her about the news. Again, I did not see Joe, so I couldn't tell her about the news. Think about it this way, it's like a missed opportunity. So again, this is about impossible condition with an impossible result, which means to say it did not happen. So again, you have your if plus past perfect, comma, would have plus past participle or verb 3. Impossible situation or impossible condition with an impossible result or a missed opportunity. So just to emphasize, you have to use your punctuation or a comma if you start your sentence with the if. But if you flip the sentence, you don't need the punctuation or the comma in your sentence. Okay? So let's say, for example, I would have taken the bus if I hadn't been late. Or your teacher would have been frustrated if you had not passed your test. Okay? So as easy as that, you have your third conditional. Okay? There is no comma needed. But if you flip again, so you start with the if, then you need your comma to separate the dependent clause from the main clause. Okay, now the result, of course the result, you can always use would have plus past participle, or might have plus past participle, or could have plus past participle, or should have plus past participle. They are all fine. So sometimes your sentence might actually call for these structures, so you can use them too. Okay, so try using your might have. If plus past perfect, comma, might have plus verb 3 or past participle. You can try. If we had had an invitation, we might have attended the party. If he had been free yesterday, he would have accompanied me. So study your past perfect again. Okay? So you use this when you have your third conditional. Okay, well, just to remind you, your past perfect will always have subject plus had plus verb 3 or past participle. Okay? That is your past perfect. If you use your past perfect on its own, that means to say you are talking about two things that happened in the past to highlight which activity or which action happened first. Okay? When I came home, he had already cooked pasta. So again, your past perfect highlights which action happened first. Just to remind you, your third conditional is not used for something that is possible, okay, or that is true. We use it for something that's not possible. And of course, we're talking about something in the past. Impossible condition, impossible result, or missed opportunity or missed chance. Okay? So, that's your third conditional. Well, I hope this helps you understand the third conditional. You've got your zero, your first, your second. Now we've got our third conditional. Zero is always true, while your first and second can talk about the present or future, but possible situations, possible conditions, while the third one is impossible condition and possible result. Okay? So once again, just review the lessons that we have already taken here. We have already uploaded the zero conditional, the first conditional, and the second conditional. So I hope you guys are going to revisit them so that you can always get reminded of how we use them in our daily structures or in our sentences. Okay, it's one of the complex structures that you can actually study too. So if you are studying intermediate, or maybe if your level is intermediate or higher intermediate or advanced, then feel free to use your complex structures or your compound complex structures using your conditionals or any other complex starters. Okay? So once again, this is Teacher Evelyn saying good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are in the world. From Oxford, waving goodbye, saying mabuhay. Ciao.